1990. A time when movies didn't need logic, just explosions, bad hair, and aliens that look like they came straight from a bodybuilding competition. This is I Come in Peace, also known as Dark Angel in some regions. But let's be real. This movie could have been called Lethal Weapon vs. Predator on a budget, and no one would have questioned it. So we start with a rich executive driving his fancy $70,000 car because the 80s and early 90s loved shoving rich guys in our faces. He puts on a CD. Remember those? But oh no, technology betrays him, and it spits the CD out. Clearly, this is the real horror story. His distraction almost gets him killed, but instead of a normal accident, bam! UFO destroys his car. But don't worry, he leaps to safety because protagonist energy. Enter alien number 1, who looks like a blind human, but floats, and delivers the iconic line, I come in peace. Sure, buddy. So peace is just alien slang for I'm gonna slice you with a flying saw blade. Got it. If you're still here, congrats, you're now legally obligated to finish this fever dream. Meanwhile, in an entirely different movie, some criminals are busy breaking into what appears to be a police station. Why? To steal drugs. Because apparently security at a police evidence room is worse than at a dollar store after hours. Oh, and then they blow up the whole building, which is totally how you do crimes discreetly. Enter Jack Kane, detective, coffee enthusiast, and walking cliché. Now let's talk about our hero, Dolph Lundgren. He's a cop, he's a rebel, he doesn't follow the rules, and he's built like a Norse god. Because of course he is. Jack's in the middle of a high-stakes drug bust, but oh no, a random liquor store robbery happens at the exact wrong time. Because crime is allergic to good timing. Jack ditches the bus to play hero at the liquor store, while his undercover partner, Ray, gets absolutely wrecked by criminals. You only had one job to do, Jack. Good job, Jack. Who needs friends when you have Jack Kane? Meanwhile, an alien named Talek shows up and starts taking people out with flying murder frisbees. No, really. Sharp, spinning discs that cut throats because guns weren't extra enough. Jack finds Ray's body and has a sad detective moment. Now we have the angry captain scene. A buddy cop movie requirement where Jack gets chewed and spit out by Captain Malone like a hawk tua. Because of course he does. The FBI wants him off the case. Jack Kane doesn't do rules. He does karate, gunfights, and scowling at crime scenes. But wait, enter Special Agent R. Larry Smith, the FBI's answer to nerdy by-the-book sidekicks. He's here to ruin Jack's life. I mean, solve the case. Bodies are piling up, people are getting strung up like Christmas lights, and somewhere in all this chaos, a homeless woman watches an entire building explode for no reason. Meanwhile, Talek keeps harvesting heroin-overdosed humans like he's running some kind of galactic meth lab with Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, classic villain stuff. Jack and Smith do some serious investigating, which means going to a strip club, threatening people, and making questionable moral decisions. Because what's a detective without mild psychopathy? They find a self-propelled killer CD, yes, it's still flying around causing chaos, and take it to Neil deGrasse Tyson's crazy science friend Bruce, who does some nerd stuff before promptly getting beaten up. R.I.P. Bruce's dignity. The love story no one asked for but gets it anyway is that Jack's ex, Diane, is here for absolutely no reason other than to add a romance subplot no one cares about. Flirt fight, and she immediately falls for his rugged charm again. Standard. Talek keeps juicing humans while his intergalactic narc rival, Azek, shows up and sets things on fire because subtlety is for cowards. Smith is still convinced aliens aren't real, even though a flying death frisbee and bodies drained of heroin-infused endorphins are clear evidence that something weird is happening. Classic FBI denial, as always. Next is the big conspiracy twist. Shock. Betrayal. Smith hands the alien weapon to his boss Switzer, who acts more as a shitzer, who immediately goes full government cover-up villain. Shocker. Jack saw this coming a mile away and drops the never trust nobody wisdom bomb. Smith finally realizes he's been a naive dweeb this whole time. Only now, Smith. What's wrong with you? I can tell who you voted for just by that move. Jesus. OA, the final battle. Explosion budget equals everything. Talek, who has survived literally everything, because he has to, of course, is still after his precious space heroin. Jack lures him into a factory filled with conveniently explosive objects. A million rounds of bullets and alien energy blasts later, Jack, finally out of patience, pulls a full 80s action hero move and explodes everything and impales Talek. The alien in his dying breath mutters, "I come in peace." Of course you came. Jack, in peak action hero form, quips his legendary action movie one-liner, "And you go in pieces, asshole." Shakespeare would weep. Bravo. Cinematic history. In the happily ever whatever part of this cinematic masterpiece, Smith gets a cool new jacket. Jack and Diane make post-murder vacation plans, and we fade to black. No one acknowledges the insane body count. The end. This movie had it all. Drug-dealing aliens, corrupt government agents, exploding everything, and a romance plot that existed just to exist. But hey, at least we got flying murder discs and a one-liner ending worthy of Schwarzenegger. 10 out of 10 would roast again. If you enjoyed this deep dive into 90s sci-fi nonsense, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Would you rather fight Dolph Lundgren or an alien drug dealer? Trick question, Dolph is scarier.